Welcome to Kukin's Corner. Today I want to talk to you about weight loss. I know there's tons of different ways to lose weight out there. You have keto and you have the paleo diet, and there's just a ton of different things that you can do out there. But the most important thing, no matter which program that you try to use, is you want to make sure that your calories in and your calories out are where they need to be. Now, one of the things that you can do is you can go online and you can look up how many calories do I burn in a day. And there's a little calculator. They'll have things that put your age in, and you can put your weight in, and you can also put your height in. And then I would suggest that you always select sedentary, so that way that'll give you the lowest amount of calories that you possibly burn a day without doing anything. Now for me, when I put this in, with my age and my height and all that stuff, it said that I burn about 2,220 calories. Now you may get different results with different ones, but this at least gives you a starting point. And they say that it takes about 3,500 calories for you to lose 1 pound. And so all you got to do is basically take this estimate that you get, and you take off 500 calories from it, and you use MyFitnessPal, for example. That's the program I like to use. And what you do is you just try to make sure that you stay right around that range of 500 calories below whatever your body normally burns. And so if you do that, then every week you'll lose at least 1 pound. Now the best thing you can do is to lose about 1 and at the most 2 pounds. Now, if you're a very big person, you might lose a whole lot more weight, but you want to be careful of that, because if you lose a whole lot of weight fast, then it's going to make it to where you have a lot of loose skin. Your body's not going to be able to keep up. Now, for me personally, whenever I just went on a diet, and I'm still on a diet actually, I'm in the 4th week of it. The very first week of any diet I ever start, I usually lose a ton of weight, but it's because a lot of it's water weight. For example, in the first 4 days, I lost 7 pounds. Now, I was able to keep that 7 pounds off, but it took about 2 weeks before it finally kind of leveled out and allowed me to lose even more. Like I said, I'm in the 4th week now, and I have lost 13 pounds so far in 4 weeks. Now, the way that I'm doing that is I'm doing it a little bit different, because you have to be able to recognize how your body is going to react. So the numbers don't always exactly work perfectly for every person, and I'm one of those people. I am keeping my calorie intake somewhere around 1,200 to 1,400 is all the calories that I'm taking in. And that allows me to lose 1 or 2 pounds. Now, some of the things that I eat to make it to where I'm not hungry is I eat a bunch of smaller meals, but I make sure that they are going to fill me up and keep me full for a while. And so one of the best ways you can do that is to eat things that have a lot of protein in it. Now, if you're doing keto, you're eating a bunch of meat and you're staying away from carbs. I'm not doing that. I'm sure that works well, but I'm not really into staying off of carbs and all sugars. So what I do is I just simply eat things that are high in protein. For example, for just about every breakfast, I just throw a banana into a blender along with a cup of strawberries and a cup of almond chocolate milk. And then I put a scoop of protein powder in it, because that protein will make that last a lot longer. And it makes me feel full for several hours afterwards, so I don't get hungry. Of course, another alternative is using oatmeal with a banana in it, with just a little bit of brown sugar, so it can actually taste decent. And that will also keep you full for a while. Those are all good breakfast things. Of course, you can also have eggs, and as far as that goes, sausage, and that will also help keep you full because of all the proteins. Now for lunch, a lot of times I just use a lean cuisine or something like that that's around 250 to 300 calories, and that works well for lunch. If I get hungry, the one thing that I do different that other people may not do is I do a little bit of intuitive eating, and that's whenever I eat when I feel hungry, and I stop eating whenever I feel satisfied. So sometimes whenever I eat that breakfast and I go between lunch, sometimes I get hungry in between, and if I do, then I just eat a little protein bar of some sort. Or I also like these little popcorn bags I get that have about 100 calories. Popcorn will also make you feel full. Now, one thing that you may not know is that potatoes are high up on the list of something that are low calorie, but they will make you feel full. One thing I like to do, it's real easy, whether you're using sweet potato or regular potato, just slice them up, clean the skin, slice them up, and then sprinkle some garlic on them with salt and pepper and some seasoning salt. Or if you're doing sweet potatoes, if you want it to be a little sweeter, you can put a little bit of cinnamon on there along with just a little bit of brown sugar. Brown sugar is only 15 calories per teaspoon, but you got to be kind of limited. You got to limit the amount of brown sugar that you use on that. But those will keep you full for a long time. All you got to do is cut up one potato. It takes a little while to cook it because you got to slice them, stick them in the oven, and you cook it like at 425 degrees. It'll take like 20 or 30 minutes for you to be able to get them how you want them. And so these are all good things. But the main idea is to make sure and get things that are going to be filling. Look it up on the internet, foods that will allow you to feel full for a long time. And those are the things that I like to do. I also like to do some mixed nuts. Those will also help. Those are kind of high in calorie wise, but a handful of them will make you feel full for a while. And so I've been able to stick around 1,200 calories to 1,300 calories per day. Every once in a while I go to 1,500. Sometimes I'm up a lot longer than most people because I don't sleep well. And if the longer you're up, the hungrier you're going to get. And I also like to eat a bowl of cereal sometimes, just a cup of Honey Bunches of Oats with half a cup of almond milk. If you use almond milk, I like to use Almond Breeze. Almond Breeze is the best brand as far as I'm concerned. I've tried all kinds of other ones. They're not very good. That way, if you're lactose intolerant, you can use those type of things. But all you got to do is just be determined. Make sure you don't cheat for at least the first 2 or 3 weeks. If you do have a weak moment and have a bad day, don't do like me and just say, well, that's it. I'm not going to do this anymore. I've already messed up this one day. Just throw that day away and start over and keep at it. Doing weight loss is a time-consuming thing. It takes a long time to get that weight off. And of course, it will also help if you do a little bit of exercise. You don't have to go crazy, but if you walk a mile about every three times a week, I mean, that will help a lot in helping you burn off all those calories so that you can lose weight. So just stay with it and keep at it, and you'll be able to get off the weight no matter which program you're using. But the main thing is keep up with what you're eating through a program like MyFitnessPal so you can know exactly how many calories you're eating. If you try to guess at it, you're going to get it wrong. You're either going to go a little bit short, which is probably not going to happen. Most likely you're not going to think you're eating as much as you are, and you're going to say, well, I ate about 1,200 calories today, but it ended up being 2,000. So good luck with your weight loss, and I hope to continue to lose weight myself.